Welcome to day 13. Today we're discussing 5 programs that put together is going to give you all the tools you need to manage and operate your startup. These tools are all free, so let me share them with you. Let's get straight into the video. Let's go. You're going to have your creation board / brainstorming board. That's going to be Miro.com. Then you're going to have your professional designs board / pitch deck app, and that's going to be Figma.com. Then you're going to have your community space, and that's going to be Discord.com, the application, and it could also be Telegram is also a good one, right? Then for communications within the team, core team, you're going to want to use either Slack or directly use Discord. But we found out after using Discord for a while that going to a separate application for your DMs is actually pretty useful. The last thing you need here is a milestone / scheduling app, right? And you could use something like Monday.com. You could use something like, I think it's Jira, Figma.com. I'll also put it in the description. And Figma is going to be really good at figuring out what you're trying to do instead of you having to do everything manually. You're going to have all your options on the right here. It's going to be the same thing as learning Photoshop in the first time. Like, you're going to struggle, right? You got your option over there. Here are your pages. You're just going to have one page, right? So you can have your main options here and your settings here on whatever you're targeting right now. So let's say you're targeting the text. You're going to be able to change the font size here. You're going to be able to change the color here. So you're going to have to do a little bit of digging. The same way learning Miro.com is great for you. Miro is obviously a little bit more beginner friendly. On top of using Miro for creating and brainstorming, Figma for your more professional designs that go in the eyes of the people that you want the money from, users, investors, etc. You're also going to want to have an application to talk to your team. I'd recommend Slack, but you could also use straight up Discord, because Discord is going to be the app you're going to use to create your community, right? So you're going to create a Discord channel. So if you've never used Discord before, it's called Discord.com. It's the biggest application right now for communities. So you're going to download Discord, you're going to create a channel, and then you're going to be able to gather your community in there of people that relate to your project and keep them all in the same place. So that's also a program you're going to want to use. Slack, Discord, Miro, Figma. You got to get in touch with all of those. Jira is going to be a software to keep people accountable of what they say they're going to do. You could also use Trello. It's a little bit of a different. Trello is more like boards, but people also use it for keeping track of what people are supposed to do. That could also be a good one. Trello.com. We used to use Trello back in the days when I was younger. It's a good application. You could also use this one, right? So this is going to be your core 5 that you're going to use as applications. Miro, Figma, Discord and Telegram, Slack or Discord again. Or I guess here you could use WhatsApp also. That could be one. And then you're going to want a program to help you keep accountable with your schedule, your milestones, and respecting those, right? So it's going to be one of those: Monday, Jira, Trello. With that stack, you're going to have a really good foundation to keep your project organized. Your startup is not going to make itself by accident, okay? You're going to have to take the right steps, meaning you're going to have to figure out what the next steps are. You're going to have to find the requirements to create these steps. You're going to have to find the people that can fulfill these requirements, because you're not going to be able to do everything by yourself. You're going to have to sell the project to these people for them to join you as co-founders, or hire them, meaning if you need to hire them, you're going to have to find money to hire these people, right? Then you're actually going to get to the difficult part. That's just the easy part. Then you got to actually execute the steps. So once you figure out the steps, find the requirements, find the right people to do it, then you gotta actually do it. Set the milestones and execute the steps. And then once the project is executed, you're gonna wanna see if you're getting market validation. Did you find product market fit or not? So you need to find customers and see if they respond to what you created or not. And I'll be honest with you, 90% of the time they won't. and it's not the customer's fault. It's not nobody's fault but yours. Your product is not cool enough. It happened to everybody. So then you're going to need to pivot. Do we keep the same team? Do we change the team? Let's say you're in the NBA and you have a team and you're last place at the end of the season. You need to change the team, the coaching even, right? If you lose in the finals, maybe you could keep the same team, right? So how bad did you fail? Do you need to change the team? Then execute the steps again, learn from your mistakes. And if you just keep doing it over and over, I promise you will succeed, okay? It is not as hard as it looks if you're actually committed to winning. If you bet on yourself first and you believe that you can do it, which I can promise you, whether you're 50 IQ or 200 IQ, okay? Whether you're from India or Pakistan or the US or Australia, if you believe in yourself and if you're coachable, meaning you're ready to learn and not have ego, meaning you create a product, it doesn't work, you take it upon yourself. Okay, the product didn't work. I messed up. What did I do wrong? If you have this mindset, I promise you within 5-10 years, you'll succeed heavily.
You look so sweet and you're so